Hello friends, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this like star guy. I know this one's kind of a lot to look at. He was practice, he didn't need to be pretty. So there's that. You're going to want two different colors of beads, one color for the like sides and then one color for the points, just so you know kind of where they are. And then I like elastic cord. I got the rainbow one because it's pretty. And then I also highly recommend getting some of these yarn needles, or like plastic needles. If you're making cuffs or just like pony bead projects in general and you're not using these, what are you doing? Because these make life so much easier. Okay. I did want to just throw this in here really quick. It is what we're doing on each row. It's kind of like the pattern to go through. You'll do it like 5 times to finish all the sides, if that makes sense. I hope this doesn't make it more confusing. You'll see what I'm talking about. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start with, here, I'll get them in the right order, 2 point beads and then 5 side beads. So I already have that made out. And you're going to want to do that 5 times to get the star. So you'll end up with 35 beads on your single. So the 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. And then what you're going to want to do is make sure that your string is coming out of the middle of these point beads. And then we're going to do, call it an increase, I guess. You're going to get 2 beads on your needle or your just string if you're not using a needle, and then we're going to stick it through that other white bead. And it's going to look a little silly. I should move these so I don't spill them. Candy nightmare. And it's going to sit weird. It's supposed to. This is a trust the process kind of project. Okay. So the first row, we're doing 2 point beads back there. We're going to do one, is that a peyote stitch? Is that what that's called? Do 1 bead, 1 peyote stitch, pull that sucker all the way through, and then to create the point on the insides, what we're going to do is we're going to skip that middle bead. So don't put a bead on your string, just pull it through. Oh gosh, look at all that mess. Oh no! What is going on here? Okay. So see how there's no bead on top of this one? It's just the string. And then we're going to get 1 more bead and then do a stitch to go through that point. It's kind of going to look a little wonky, but if you pull it, you kind of see that it starts to create that point. Okay. Now we're going to do another 2 point beads. My cat is currently trying to attack my string as I pull it through here. Oh my gosh. And then we're going to continue that all the way around. So, peyote 1. And then decrease 1. So skip that bead. Don't put one on your string yet. My fingies are in the way. Okay. And then peyote 1 more. Oops. Through the point bead. Kind of see it's already starting to take the shape. And then just keep doing this all the way around until you get to the last the last line, last section. Just finish it out. I don't know, man. Okay. Then once you get back to the end, so since we have these beads, you're going to peyote your last one, make sure it goes through this bottom, and then you're going to step up through to the top. Okay. And then, boop. Okay, so he's kind of already starting to take shape. Now what you're going to want to do, you're going to always want to do 2 increase. Back at it. So, 2. And then, instead of skipping 1 this time, we're going to peyote just 3. So 1, 2, 3. One, 2, and 3. Do your 2 point beads. And then just keep that going all the way around. You see how this peyote stitch right there, that one kind of helps push the point down some more. So you'll just keep kind of going around. Okay, so when you get back around to the end, you want to make sure that you're going through the right hole. So we did this one already, the last row. So make sure you're going through the second hole. Oops. Or the second bead. It's a hole in a bead. And then step up. Boop. It's going to kind of look a little silly, but you can see it's starting to take that shape pretty well. Okay. So next row, do another 2 points. So it'll look like that. And then this one, we're going to peyote 4. So we're going to do 1, 2 through this bead. Oops, if I can get there through this one. 3, 4. So 1. Uh-oh. Can this be considered like candy party foul? Okay. Apologies. Okay, so that's 1. Then we're going to want to go through this one right here. It's going to kind of seem pretty bunched up, but it'll work out. Alright, and then you'll just do that all the way around, so it'll look like that. Okay, so remember, you want to do 4. So here's 1. And 2 goes through this middle bead right there. Three. And 4. And then just keep doing that all the way around. So now that we're back here, this is our last row, so instead of doing 2 point beads, we're going to do 3 point beads. And this is going to make the nice point up top right here. So it'll look something like that. And then this next row, we're going to do 2 peyote, 1 decrease, 2 peyote. Oops. 1. Where'd that bead go? He's running away. Oh gosh, okay. 2. So now that we've got the 2, we're going to skip this one. So decrease 1 right there. And it's going to kind of do that same thing that this bottom one did. And then one and 2. All right, so it should look like that. Purple on my finger. Okay, now remember that this is the last row, so we're gonna do 3 point beads. Make a nice little point. Peyote 1. Oops. Peyote 2. And then decrease 1. So don't put anything on, just go straight through there. Okay. Okay, so once you finish that off, it'll look like that. You've got a star, yay! So we don't need to step up anymore. We're actually going to come back down here and we're going to start the other side so we can kind of, it'll look like a V and then we kind of sew it together. So just take string, oops, and go just straight down. I would actually, let's go right there. Alrighty. And you'll be coming down right here. And it'll look like that. Okay, now that we're here, make sure you're coming out of this blue or whatever your bottom side bead is right there underneath the points. And then we're going to kind of try to mirror what's going on the other side of these 3 beads. So we're gonna do peyote 1. Oops, bonk. Oh goodness, what's going on? Okay. So we did 1. We're gonna peyote 1 more. Down into this bead underneath the point. Okay. All right. And then now we're going to start the point on the other side. So 2 point beads. Oops, make sure. 2 point beads. Go straight through there. It'll kind of sit on top, and you can see it'll start to build out up like that. And on this side, we're gonna do, I think it's 2 less rows, 1 or 2 less rows. Well, you'll see when I get there. But anyways, so your 2, and then we're gonna want to peyote 1 and 2. Two-point beads. Remember to go through the next one right there. Okay. And then finish that all the way around. So we're going to do our last 2, and then remember to step up. Go through that other bead, just like we kind of did with the point beads last time, or the other side. Oop. Okay, so for this one, this is where the decrease is going to go. So remember how we did the decrease on this side? So we need a bead to go there when we come back around. We're gonna skip 1. Oops. Oh. So that's where our decrease should be. Then 1. Back into that point. Doing the same thing we did on the other side. Kind of looks weird right there now because we need to get back there, but okay, your 2 points. Okay, then peyote 1. Decrease 1, skip that. Oops, grab the string. There we go. So see how the string, remember to decrease. Peyote 1 more into that point. Should look like that. See how it kind of, we mirrored this side over here. Cool. Okay, so now that we are back at the end of this row, it'll look kind of silly. So remember that we have to finish off this first one because we had to skip 1. So just boop him right on in there. Okay. Now we're supposed to I'm just gonna scoot us back up here so we kind of don't have that weird little missing bit. Okay, So do your 2 points. And then on this one, oops, shoot, dang. Okay, 2 points, and then we're gonna peyote 3. No decrease, so 1.
Hello.
Hi, bud. 2. So skip over these. So it'll look like that. So now that we're back here, remember to go through the next one up, the middle one right there. Step up. Okay. So it should kind of start to be taking its shape a little bit. And this will be our last row before we kind of close it off. So this is going to be another where we peyote 4. So we're going to go through 1, 2, 3. So bead here, bead here, bead here, bead here, and then our 2 point beads. So, oh, hold on. I gotta do my points first. Okay, so peyote 1. Oh gosh. Peyote 2 through this little middle one down here. This little guy. Three. And 4. So it'll look like that. Okay, your 2 points. Beautiful. Okay. Figure out how to hold this dang thing. 2, 1. 2. 3. And 4. Just keep on doing that all the way around. Okay, remember to go through the right bead, step all the way up. Now, okay, now all we have left to do is to just squish this guy together. So go through the, I kind of leave this one out of it. Go through this, oops, down through that. So I leave this top one out of it, but go through those 2. Oops. Kind of gets hard when you're at the last of your string here. And then go back down through this. And then you'll see when we line it up, they kind of zigzag. So, boop, Then you'll go through this one. And you want to pull them together. You can go 1, 2. Oh gosh. I'm going to try and do 3, but I don't know if I can. Oh. 1, 2. And this one, it's kind of, it doesn't have one there, so I just skip that. Just kind of ignore it. And you see as you pull it together, it closes. Okay, so up through this, skip that, down through that. Go back down through this top. Right here, I'm just kind of trying to find a spot to tie off the tail of the string. You'll see in a second that I do a couple knots, and then I kind of like weave the string through the inside of like kind of the hole we just made inside of that the cuff. And I just kind of try to weave it in there so it doesn't stick out awkwardly. You'll see that. I do want to mention that this is kind of like if you're wearing this on your hand, some people might find like sensory issue feelings with just the points. I did see that you could make it with like 7 beads rather than the 5 beads. Maybe you can do more. I haven't made ones bigger than that, but I would make sure to use odd numbers for your side beads. And with that last snip, we are all done. We did it. We made it to the end. We've got stars in our hands. I hope that this was helpful. I would honestly love to do more of these, so just let me know. Let me know. A girl's having fun here. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching.